Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Jivetalk podcast. It's Tariq.
I'm Micah.
And I'm Josh.
And we're going to sit here and talk about sports and pretty much anything else is relevant.
You already know.
But today is mostly sports.
Yeah.
So, first thing I'm going to open up with is, y'all need to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an issue.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, we got
Share it to anybody you know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I know, like, y'all like talking about sports, you know.
Yeah, that's
Share
the thing.
us.
It's so many people. I probably got there's definitely 120 people.
Yeah.
I can think of off the top of my head if I were to sit here and write it down that I mostly talk sports with. When I see them, that's what we talk about.
All y'all gotta do is share, subscribe, send it to a friend.
That's all we ask y'all.
If you just send it to one random
share,
person.
subscribe, smash the like button.
How was y'all's weekend?
Pretty good. Shit.
I mean, mine was good. You know,
my weekends were ruined by my terrible football team.
I was about to say the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Everything else
LSU
besides
pretty
that.
much kicked it off. It's really, really bad and
They're
shitty.
terrible, bro.
LSU sucks, bro. LSU sucks.
I just don't understand the logic.
Not only do they suck, they suck ass.
They suck bad.
They suck bad. And it's we can't even beat Auburn. We done lost to Auburn 2 years in a row. And I don't know when the last time.
We ain't got no business losing to a fucking team like Auburn, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's ridiculous.
But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah,
the Saints also didn't
win.
Yeah, they didn't win.
The Saints kind of choked, just like LSU.
Saints choked. Wow, both teams choked.
Both teams choked. It was a terrible week.
Yeah, I don't know. It sucked.
I had fun, though.
Yeah, I had a good time this weekend. It was good to hang out with my friends.
Happy 21st birthday to my boy Gunner.
Yeah, shout out Gunner Lyles.
Yeah.
Shout out that boy. And then shout out Logan for letting us come over to his crib and stuff. And party and get loud and get noisy. Yeah.
He was like...
Yeah, I hope he didn't get a noise.
Yeah, Logan, I hope you're still able to stay in the play.
You should have known what it was. We was watching the Tigers, man.
Yo. So, So, you want to start off with college?
We can. Bama and Ole Miss.
So, Bama is just that
Lane
much.
Kiffin kind of embarrassed himself.
It's embarrassing.
He gonna come on the camera talking about some
get your popcorn
ready
and
throw the mic. And Bama whooped that ass up and down the field for 4 quarters.
It was really bad. It was really bad. And you could tell that Lane Kiffin was definitely desperate to get something going.
Yeah.
He kept going for it on 4th, and Bama wouldn't do it.
That very first drive, he went for it on 4th 2 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
He got it the first time. Second time, he didn't get it, I don't think. And then it's just the momentum shifted from that point on. And it's to me, I just feel like that was just a really embarrassing loss.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Ole Miss is going to take LSU's spot.
Yeah.
As the only team that can really just
mess with Bama.
Not
until we get a new coach or play calling.
Now, LSU needs a new coach in order to get that spot back. But
sure.
I mean, when it comes to Lane Kiffin, the offense is great, but it's it's not able to be Bama great. You know what I mean? And the only thing I will say is that Bama has way too much speed for you to always dump the ball behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna run up and make a play, and it's you might get some yards, but you're only getting 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you get put in a 3rd and short situation, and Bama wins that all the time.
They always do.
You gotta beat Bama by not even you gotta have little to none third downs. You got little to no mistakes, but when it comes to 3rd down, you gotta either be able to get off the field on 3rd down, get them into 30 manageable situations, or don't have 3rd downs to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the only teams. You look at Clemson, you look at teams.
You really gotta have a quarterback that can do it. And Corral, he's pretty good, but I don't know if he can do it at the level that
I don't know if Corral is as good as I thought after this game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But
Bryce Young was really good.
No, Bryce Young is definitely making the case to be the best quarterback in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? There's no
Heisman favorite for sure, in my opinion.
Oh, surely.
Yeah.
There's no way that anybody else is better at this point. I can't think of nobody. People are gonna try to say Bo Nix, but it's just
All he does is run.
Yeah. I don't know. Bo Nix. Yeah. We keep on teasing it, so it's I don't know.
It's coming.
Bama's there. Bama is on top. We kind of knew what was gonna happen, but I don't know. The expectations were there, and it's kind of it was a disappointment.
Yeah. So Bama's on top. The number 2 team, Georgia Bulldogs.
Shut out.
Nasty.
Shut out.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis is He looks like one of the best interior D linemen I've seen in a while, bro. Big fella. He's crazy.
Yeah. Stetson Bennett is not like good, but he doesn't have to be.
He has a good system, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
They can run the ball.
Yeah, that's the thing about him.
Georgia can always run the ball. They always got a good set of running backs.
Yes.
True.
Yeah, and it's just like there's none that are just they're so deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like
they'll rotate like 4 running backs on Saturday. It's like,
and it's just like
you get a carry. It's like an Oprah show.
Yeah. And it's like, to me, I feel like what Georgia is best at is running in between the tackles, and all of their running backs can do it.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody gets tired. But also because of that, there's no real household names, and there's no real workhorse that they have. You know what I'm saying?
There's not like, I guess Zamir White's like their number 1 back, but he's not like a clear cut like Kendall Milton can start next game. You know?
Exactly.
Running back by committee for sure though.
Yeah. Man,
they've been doing it for years too. Like,
they really have, and honestly at an elite level. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Georgia's the best defense. Alabama got to be the best offense in the country. Yeah. Here we go again, SEC on top. And it's not to really push an SEC agenda, but more so just like, I don't know.
It's just the truth.
I'm going to sit here and tell you, I am an SEC fan through and through. Yeah. But it's not like I don't realize that there are other good talent and other good coaches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's other good systems in the country. I just think that LSU is probably the most proficient. And it's like year after year, like it's just constant, just like talent meets good coaching meets good football. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't know. When you get the right athletes and the right system, and it's just like music. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I have more fun watching SEC games.
Yeah, for sure. I always have more fun watching the SEC games.
Yeah.
But in the Big Ten, there's a big game this weekend. Iowa and Penn State.
Wow.
Number 3 versus number 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's going to be a...
How
do you feel about that one?
Well, here's the thing. Iowa's good on both sides of the ball.
They really are.
And it's like...
Well, offense is kind of...
Offense is shaky, but it's like they don't have to be because it's like the defense is so good. Now, Penn State is good on both sides of the ball, too.
Penn State. I mean, it's going to be a physical defense, low scoring, typical Big Ten game. I got Iowa, though.
Not very explosive, but it's just like, you got Iowa?
I got Iowa 17-13.
I got Penn State. Penn State not trying to lose.
You got a score?
Huh?
You got a score yet?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. If Penn State win, I give them, let's see, 2 field goals, 3 touchdowns. I give Penn State 20-10. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And a tight one. You know what I mean? But yeah, because of that offense, like that Iowa has, it can be real stagnant at times. But I feel like the defense can get a
defense is so good.
Defense can get a turnover or 2.
They made Tua's brother. What's his name?
Talia.
They made his life hell.
When there like 4 picks in the first half, it was like really bad.
Sheesh.
Yeah. But I mean, I seen that. I don't know. For me, I have to go Penn State only because I think they have just
more talent.
More talent on top of the fact they're a little bit more explosive on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I think, well, I would say maybe not defense.
Offense for sure.
But it's just like they do got playmakers on defense, and it's just like on offense for sure. They're gonna make sure that they can like have that big player, like at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From whether it be on the ground or through the air. And so for me, I feel like the only real challenge is them going to Iowa.
Yeah. It's gonna be a prime time. Well, it's gonna be a 3 o'clock game. It's not prime time, but it's gonna be loud.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Stadium's always loud, and we've seen that stadium. Teams go in there and they don't win. Ohio State goes in there and they don't win.
Come out.
Michigan goes in there and they don't win. Like, it's one of the harder stadiums to play.
Right.
I don't know. It's gonna be a fun game to watch.
It's gonna be one that I watch. It's gonna be a fun game to watch. I'm gonna say this. I think that Penn State, they have so much on the line, and the fact that they have beat, and not to sing the SEC's praises a little bit too much on the show, but it's just like I have a feeling that them proving it to themselves that like, hey, we can hang with anybody in the country, including like one of the toughest SEC teams there is. You know what I mean? I think that that's gonna speak volumes throughout the season for their mentality and how they play, and they don't want to lose until they see Ohio State.
Yeah. Couple weeks, but they're gonna have to get through Iowa first. They can't look forward to it.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then so are we gonna talk about probably Bo Nix. First off, Bo Nix created a highlight reel on Saturday night, primetime game, whole country watching. Bo Nix made a statement, not gonna lie, but I don't think he could do it twice in a row.
No.
And that's not me just being an LSU fan. I just think it's just like, LSU is not well coached. You know what I'm saying? On really either side of the ball at this point in time. Yeah. And it's just like, it's frustrating to watch as an LSU fan, but like I gotta give credit where it's due. Bo Nix to outrun
our whole
defense and to extend plays like he did. Like, it really was something to watch. Like, even though it was against my team and it hurt to like sit there and just like watch him do.
Get demolished.
Yeah, watch him do Michael Vick, Johnny Manziel-esque.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, why is Bo Nix doing this at all people? Like,
it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm gonna let Michael go ahead.
Well, I mean, first of all, you go up 10-0, you're driving, and this is where I really, like, when we kicked the field goal to go up 13-0 instead of going up 17-0, in my head, I was like, okay, that kind of sucked, but it's early. Mm-hmm. And now looking back on it, that shit probably would have changed the whole, like, complexion of the game if we went up 17-0.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because, like, the momentum really switched once Bo Nix did that fucking whatever the fuck he did.
It was the first one. It was
the
first one.
It was on 4th and 2.
See, well, the first one he did, it was on 4th and 2, and he scored a touchdown. Man, he scored a touchdown on it. Like in the back of the end zone. Yeah. He launched it in the back of the end zone and like found somebody. And I was just like, ugh. Yeah. Like it really was like deafening. Like it was like.
It was like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, it really took the air out of you, just like as an LSU fan, because it was just like, man.
Took the air out of the team. We were rolling before that play.
We were
on a roll, but like,
too. Like really just like hitting on all cylinders. One thing I'm gonna say, Stingley did not play.
He got surgery too. He probably won't play for a minute.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's just like, we did not have our best corner, but, to lose as close as we did, it just kind of sucks.
Well, it's really on the offense. I mean, no touchdowns in the second half. I mean, it's ridiculous. We were in the red zone and couldn't get shit popping.
And one thing that I would say is, like, we played like we were a complimentary football type of team. Yeah. Like, we did have a defense of old. Like, LSU played as if, and one of the craziest things about LSU is that we have a brand of having good defense, at least good front seven. Yeah. Good defense and good running backs. Yeah. And it's like, this year we don't have either of them.
The brand of LSU is to be physical. And we haven't been that.
Yeah.
Honestly, we haven't been that for a while. Like 2019, greatest team ever. We weren't that physical, but it works because of how we were shaped.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
But now we're just not physical and we're not shaped good. So it's like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know. It's just like LSU to me doesn't stand a real chance to do anything remotely close. Nah. To anything that Joe Burrow did while he was at LSU. I'm talking about 9-3 and 13-0. 13, 15.
15, 16.
15.
He won 10 games in 2018.
Okay. 10-3. All right, 10-3. I know the regular season was 9-3.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus. All right, so look.
UCF was on like a 27-game win streak. We beat theirs.
Yeah.
We'll probably won't ever get. That was like probably peak LSU football. We probably won't ever get to that.
18-19 was probably peak LSU football. Yeah. And I don't think we'll ever get back to that until
we get a new coach.
Okay.
No, well, okay.
All right, look. To me, I feel like it's not that Ed Orgeron can't. You know what I'm saying? It's that I don't think he can really, I think he is not the best when it comes to appointing important people into positions. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
he really only hit on one hire, and it was Joe Brady.
Joe Brady, he hit on one hire, and it wasn't really his hire.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like, Sean Payton was like...
They realized they had to run the spread, and him and Ensminger kind of got together and realized what they had to do. But, like, besides that, his hires have been terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's just
Jake
like...
Pete's,
I mean, you saw our defensive coach last year.
I mean, okay, defense isn't as bad as it was last year.
Yeah.
I would
But
say,
still, like,
but it's like
But on
he
offense-
put him in power.
the thing is, on offense, it's like...
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he did hire him.
Yeah.
To me, it's almost like... So last year, right? It's almost worse than last year. Because I'm going to say it like this. Last year, we could score.
Yeah.
Whenever we wanted, really. And it was like... It was almost like the Kansas... Yeah, especially when Miles Brennan was the quarterback. And it's like, to me, I feel like it was like Kansas City syndrome. Like, the Chiefs syndrome where it's like, okay, the offense is out there so little that the defense is on the field more than the offense because of just how explosive it was. Yeah. Which is not a good mix, especially if you're not coached well. It's not a good mix, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that on top of the fact that you don't have that from last year. No. So you can't score as easy as you did last year. And now you putting the defense out there real quick, but it's not because, and this is only in the second half I'm talking.
Yeah.
Second quarter through the fourth. So it's not because you are scoring too quick, it's because you're getting off the field too quick. And you can't put nothing together. And you can't even put together a good drive to where it's like you get to the 50 and you just pin them deep. You know what I mean?
I mean, that last drive versus Auburn, I mean, it was pitiful. Like,
I'm not going to lie.
I think it
was a bad call, that sideline catch. I think it was a bad call, but it's like, you never want to leave anything in the ref's hands. You got to beat a team considerably. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be up to no ref or a bad call that you win or lose a game. But it's just like, hey, man, we're Saints fans. So it's like we know that a little bit too well. Yeah. So it's like it was almost numb at that point. Like I was just like, all right, whatever, bad call, fourth down. Let's see if we can do anything. Yeah. And a pick. You know what I mean?
That's always horrible.
Seems like it always ends in a pick.
Right? It always ends in a pick. Like
especially if we lose.
Like, I've seen like so many games that ended off a pick. Wisconsin, first game of the season opener in Wisconsin. Troy, a few years ago.
I know the game didn't end off a pick, but that it did.
Florida game pretty much got ended off of a pick. Like it was over with. Like after the pick, the pick was like the game.
You do a pick after that pick six too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was tragic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. For me, it's more so about LSU than it is about Auburn. Yeah, but
it's more everybody about being a shitty team than it is Auburn
being a great team. Yeah. But people made it about Auburn got to win in Death Valley. I'm like, bro, we ain't been shit since 2019. So
that's what they're gonna do though.
I mean, it's whatever. They can try to push the Bo Nix agenda next week when he plays Georgia. We will see. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We will see. Because it's like, Bo Nix is ass, but it's like, nobody else is really going to believe that until they see it, I guess. Yeah.
And when that Georgia defense starts smacking him around.
Oh, man. I'm predicting 3 picks. 3 picks, and he gets pulled at least once.
Yeah, they're going to try and put
3 picks, and he gets pulled.
Yeah.
If not...
Then 2 picks, no.
I don't know.
He's at least throwing 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't believe in Auburn that much, but I definitely don't believe in LSU. No. And I could have told you that after game 2. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? After the second game of the season, I could have told you that.
The press and walk back to the car, we was just like, man, we suck.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, LSU sucks, but so does Auburn. Yeah. So it's like, hey, it's whatever. The only thing that really matters about as far as SEC football is Bama and Georgia. And they both probably going to have to see each other in the chip. Just
I hope they're both undefeated because I want 1 versus 2 in the SEC chip. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I want that. I've always wanted that. It's just never happened.
Has it never happened?
I know there's been like top 5 matchups, but I don't think it's actually been like 1 versus 2. You know
I know. I remember some 1 and 3s, like with LSU.
LSU was 1 and 4 when they played Georgia. We were 1 and they were 4. Or we were 2 and they were 4. I don't remember.
Well, I I remember it was one. We beat Georgia and like we climbed up.
Yeah.
No, we beat Auburn and then we like climbed up,
Yeah.
and then like we had like a bad loss somewhere in between, right?
No, we didn't lose.
You talking about 2018?
Oh, you talking about 2018? We lost to Florida and we dropped down, and then we beat Georgia and we got up again. And we
Couldn't
lost
believe that.
Ooh.
Couldn't believe we beat Georgia. Anyways, so I mean, like, not to just stay on LSU, but yeah, that's pretty much college. Next week, probably one of the more interesting games is Auburn versus Georgia.
OU Texas too.
OU Texas, Red River Showdown. Man, how you
It's gonna be a
feel?
fun one. I got OU. It's gonna be a shootout though. I got OU 35-24. I think Texas throws a couple. Well, I think they're gonna have key turnovers that kind of does it in for them. But they're gonna show up though.
I was talking to, I don't know. What you can really do is see like OU's defense is more like, I don't know. I think this is like they haven't relied on the defense like this much in a very long time, and it's just like for me, I feel like the defense makes a couple of plays.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
So you said 35-24?
Yeah, OU.
35-24 OU.
Texas gonna show up though. Don't
I
get me
say
wrong.
44. I say 42. I say 42-30.
Ooh,
42-30.
okay. A little more high scoring than me, but
Yeah,
okay.
42-30 because OU is just that good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Rattlers probably.
I do think Texas is gonna show up though.
Texas gonna show up
Like,
because it's the classic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's in Jerry's World.
It's in a Cotton Bowl.
It's in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah. It's gonna be lit, man.
Man, we need to take a trip down to
ODTX.
we need to go to
Texas Live.
Texas Live.
Hey,
Man, the only thing is we gotta get there early. I'm talking about 10.
really, man, probably.
This guy, he stays up so late. I know
Swallow.
you heard that. You heard that laugh.
He not gonna make it for an 11 a.m.
Oh,
Fuck,
God.
man. Unless you fucking let me sleep in the car.
Nah, man. It'd be fun to do that though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, like, that's gonna be a good game. I know all of Texas is gonna be lit to see that. So, yeah. It's probably it for college.
Yeah.
What do you want to jump into first?
Let's talk about the Cowboys.
Okay.
Team we all love.
Oh my God. All right. Well, anyways, Cowboys are looking good. Only got one loss on the season. They're looking really strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, now one thing I will say, this Cowboys win is equally as much about the Cowboys as it is the Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers had some. Well, Trayvon Diggs right now is playing insane.
Trayvon Diggs is playing insane. DJ Moore is also playing insane. DJ Moore.
He's been underrated for a while.
He's been underrated for a while, and I think just because he is in my favorite team's division, I really do try to hone in and like, you know. Well, I definitely have paid attention to him more than probably most of the league.
Yeah.
Most of football fans, I would say. You know what I
We
mean?
have to play him twice a year, and he normally torches us. So
Yeah,
he's a good receiver. Like,
He is. And it's just like, I don't know, the run after catch with this guy is really, really amazing.
Yeah.
And he's up there. He's gonna be up there with like
Yeah.
like on some Steve Smith type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'll say Sam Darnold is kind of moving the ball in this offense.
He's doing really good, and it just goes to show that when you leave the New York Jets,
Yes.
your career takes off. And
Hey, man.
everybody on the Jets needs to look at Sam Darnold and say, "Why am I still on this team?"
Wow. Yeah, man. I mean, like you can
It's
look
ridiculous.
at Sam
how bad
Darnold.
they are.
You can look at DeMario Davis.
But I don't think the Jets are worse than the Jags right now.
You can look at Jamal Adams. You can look at all the boys, man.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Jamal Adams was smart enough to get out while he was still young. You know what I mean?
Jamal Adams is like, I'm not wasting my prime in this fucking shitty ass team.
It makes sense, man. It makes sense.
Seattle, and Seattle, and they're always a good team. So
Seattle's always gonna be in the mix.
Yeah.
People are always gonna sit there and try to talk about Seattle, or at least try to watch them, just because they are really good like that.
They always have like one player. Like even before they had Russ, you know, we're Saints fans. You remember the
Yeah.
run? Like,
Yep, Marshawn Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Brendan Browner being on that team, and then he came to the Saints and
sucked.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Probably the worst player I've ever seen.
Gotta be the worst Saints defensive player I think I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man, he was a walking pass interference.
Oh my god.
Bad times.
Yes. Really, really bad. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. But it goes to show, hey, Sam Darnold is moving the ball in this offense, and the Panthers are a little bit better than I expect. So I think when it comes to that number 2 spot, as far as Saints or Panthers to really challenge the Bucs. And
I didn't think it was going to be as competitive as it is, but we're going to have to, the Panthers are coming this year.
Yes.
So we're going to have to fight for that number 2 spot. Because the Bucs don't win in the South. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, well, the Saints can do it. It's not that. And the Bucs got that number 1 seed on lock.
Yeah, and it's like, I think that the Panthers are really going to challenge the Saints to really get to that number 2 spot.
Well, they're ahead of us right now.
They are right now, but, hey, the Bucs lost too.
The Bucs won.
The Bucs haven't lost as well.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody's really they're not undefeated.
Like, they lose though.
Who?
The Saints.
Yeah, the Saints lost. And it was really bad.
It was terrible.
It was a bad loss.
We were up 21-10 with 7 minutes left, and you just you let Daniel Jones just torch you. Which Daniel Jones, his advanced stats have not been bad at all this year, but it's still we got a reputation in New Orleans now. We're supposed to be this mean ass defense.
Yeah.
Defense supposed to be carrying. They didn't live up to it on Sunday.
Yeah, I think
that overtime drive, they just
it sucks when the offense don't even get a chance.
It's the worst.
I can live.
We've done that to teams a few times, but
I can live with I can live with Jameis fumbling or throwing an interception, or tip ball and just fourth down here, fourth down.
Like what happened versus the Rams, that fucking tip ball. Oh.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you talking about?
NFC Championship.
Yeah. Really, it was just Drew kind of fell back. And Aaron Donald was in his face. He just watched it.
Mm-hmm.
He just put a duck up and they just came and made a play on it. I kind of knew it was over then because I was like, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. Anyways, so man, when it comes to just the Saints, I would just put it on just pride. And it's just I think we just thought because they did not have their 2 of their best targets that we could just really just play bump and run to the outside. Yeah. But them boys was eating that up, and Daniel Jones can deliver that ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's
really
Daniel Jones can put the ball over there fast too.
Yeah.
So it's and he got the wide receivers to make the play on it.
I didn't realize, I don't know, I guess it's just on me for now, looking at who we were playing. I didn't realize that they still had John Ross.
I didn't realize they had John Ross still, but I was like, okay, Kadarius Toney, Kenny Galladay. I was like, it's not going to be easy. And I had a feeling they was going to score points, but I just knew the defense was going to come through. Because, I knew
they always do.
I knew we was going to cover everything over top. We was going to have to keep everything in front of us, and we was going to make plays because our safeties are good like that.
We got to let Jameis eat, too.
We got to let Jameis cook on some Russell Westbrook. On some Russell Wilson. On some Russell Wilson type
just
shit.
Let Jameis cook, man. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I understand the game plan. We didn't lose. We lost by 6, right?
Yeah.
And it's not but we did that playing Garbo.
Yeah. But that's
that whole fourth quarter, man.
The fourth quarter was terrible. I just want to know you have Alvin Kamara on the team and you don't throw it to him once.
Had the best.
I've never played a game of Madden with the Saints and not thrown it to Alvin Kamara.
I knew he was gonna say that.
That should tell you right now. You give Alvin Kamara the rock.
That's what you do.
Any type of way
he had 20 carries, so I'll give you that.
He'll
it'll probably start being a workhorse now that Tony Jones is out.
Yeah. And it's just I don't know. To me, I feel like Tony Jones is good, but I actually just read that he's supposed to be out for 3 to 4 weeks.
Tragic.
So Montgomery, I think it's Ty Montgomery. So it's he can't be sorry because he got my name. So you better not be sorry.
You better not let us down, bro.
Anybody that got my name, Tyreek. Go ahead.
Micah Parsons for the Cowboys. They just released Jalen Smith like before we started the show.
Yeah, Jalen Smith needs to fall somewhere down to Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Louisiana. He needs to fall somewhere down there. Yeah, he needs to fall somewhere down there so somebody can find him and put him on the Saints roster.
We will take Jalen Smith on the Saints.
Yes.
Will he want to come here though?
Why wouldn't he?
The world will never know.
I feel like he would want to come here just because I don't know. I'm not trying to sell the Saints to Jalen Smith, but
please,
Jalen, if you want.
Please.
Yeah. To me, it's just like you want to be on a defense where it's just like you are the missing piece.
We need linebackers.
Quan,
as great as he is, how many games is he gonna play?
Yeah, exactly.
I think he'll be back Sunday.
He'll be back soon, either Sunday or after the bye week. But yeah,
it's gonna be. Just letting y'all know, it's gonna be up after the Saints bye week when we get the boys back.
Yeah,
but
since we are talking about the Saints, I'll predict. Okay, the Saints might lose the next game.
Washington.
Yeah, to Washington. I could predict us losing that game just because the Saints in the beginning of the season don't play the best football, so I can picture us being.
I think they'll win Sunday because I think Sean's gonna finally let Jameis just air it out.
Yeah, air it out,
and then we'll be dynamic pass. Well, yeah, knock on wood. Then you gotta fuck around and do something.
Well, the only thing is, I don't know if we will quite have the weapons, but it's we don't need the weapons. The only thing I'm gonna say is I think the front seven is gonna give us problems in the first half.
Yeah.
And if we don't adjust quick enough, then
Jameis gonna have to get it out quick.
That's the thing. Jameis gonna have to get it out quick, but to the right person.
Yeah.
And it's Jameis can make the play. I believe in him, but it's just
I want to see Kenny Stills have a good game.
Yeah. Me as well. How about Zach Wilson? Kind of was playing
I feel like every rookie quarterback's kind of settled in. We kind of shit on them the first few weeks because it was they were bad. They were throwing picks.
Zach Wilson. Yeah.
Mac played really good versus the Bucs. Trevor was willing the Jags versus the Bengals. Joe just did that thing.
Yeah.
Who else? Trey Lance is probably gonna start for the Niners now that Jimmy G got hurt.
I seen that.
And then Zach Wilson, he looked good. He had a 60-yard bomb to Corey Davis.
I saw that.
That was beautiful.
I saw he threw a few dimes.
Yeah.
I was watching and I was like, man, this guy's actually good.
That's
good. I got some
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, you know how they got the post game what's it called, bonus coverage?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Bro, we broke, so it's I ain't got red zone.
Yeah.
I ain't got Sunday.
Ain't none of that over here.
I ain't got Sunday ticket. So when it's bonus coverage, it's I don't know. That's the best thing there is, if you ask me. So it's I don't know. We got bonus coverage of the Jets and the Titans. And the Titans, they looked like they was about to do it. And then the Jets just pulled on through in overtime.
Titans sitting at 2-2 right now?
Titans sitting there at 500 right now.
Okay.
But that's okay, because, they going to turn it on.
They going to turn it on.
They going to turn it on. I sit there and I watch. The Jets got some playmakers on defense.
Talent has really never been the problem with the Jets.
I'm talking about.
We just named all the players.
Ryan.
You know what I'm saying? They've had great, good players come through that facility. They just can't. I don't know. They hire bad coaches. It's just a bad culture in general.
It's
Rex Ryan tried to lead the team to the Super Bowl. Mark Sanchez quarterback. It's jeez. He almost did it too. That's crazy.
Yeah, he almost did it with a good defense, but a crazy offense.
Revis Island.
Yeah, old Revis Island gave it his last. But he did his thing, and that was a good memory. That's back when the Jets were okay, you know what I mean? But anyways, so. Next, I'll probably like to talk about the Cardinals versus the Rams.
Yes.
You said you were excited about
this.
I'm
so excited. I've been, if you've been keeping up with the podcast, I've been on the Cardinals since the beginning. I've been saying they got the receiving core for it. Kyler Murray's gonna break out this year. I wasn't sure about Cliff Kingsbury, but he's not calling bullshit. So they got a good running game. They got James Conner and Chase Edmonds.
Yes.
It's a team
Chase Edmonds had 12 carries for 120 yards, averaging 10 yards a touch.
He does.
Come on, man.
He's good. Like, there's a reason why they let old boy go, King Drake.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like Chase Edmonds really is that
Yeah,
boy.
he is.
Yeah.
And, they dominated the Rams. Like, after the Rams dominated the Bucs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like weird.
The Cardinals are my number one team in the NFL right now.
Woo.
Throughout the first 4 weeks, the Cardinals are the number one team in the league right now.
I would say.
In my opinion.
I would say. I mean, like, I don't know if there's any.
The only undefeated team left, too.
Yeah, on top of that, yeah. So, I wouldn't say that, I don't think that quite anybody has, like, the strength of schedule.
Yeah.
Like, the beaten teams that they've already gone through.
No, I mean, it's going to be tough for the Cardinals because they're playing in that division.
Yeah.
You got the 49ers on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they already beat the Seahawks, I think, this year. The Cardinals.
No.
No?
Nah, they beat Jacksonville, Tennessee. In week 1, they didn't play the Seahawks. They played
Well, I mean, it don't matter. I think
they played Tennessee, Minnesota, Jacksonville, and then
Minnesota. Well, Minnesota's not that good either. But, yeah, because they lost to the Browns, I think.
17
Yeah. Like 7, it was 7-14. I was like, bro, how did they, anyways, and they didn't know, they also didn't have, they did
the
have.
Browns' defense is crazy, though.
Think so?
It is.
Wow.
It's, like, really good. I was watching, they got Grant Delpin, Greedy up there, man. I mean, it's...
I had a good feeling about...
Myles Garrett might be the best defensive player in the league overall.
Yeah.
Like, better than T.J. Watt.
And they got old boy on the other side, too.
Clowney.
Yeah, man. And I had a feeling, I was like, man...
It's a scary hours on their defense.
It really is.
The rookie, Jeremiah, that long-ass name, J.O.K. linebacker, he's settling it. Their defense probably going to have to carry him because, like, I know Jarvis got hurt, but Baker hadn't really looked that sharp yet.
And he hasn't really looked at, I don't know, the first week he was back, Odell got some touches, but, like, this past week, Odell didn't get that many touches. Not as much as he did the first week. I'm sure he's going to settle into the system. So next, we probably want to talk about, well, here's one thing I do kind of want to mention.
Okay.
When it comes to what the Cardinals did, it's almost like a foot race.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's getting to the point where it's like a limited number of sorry offenses in football.
Yeah.
In the NFL, so it's like a lot of the time you won't be garbage. You just won't start scoring as quick as the other team. So really, what they did to the Rams. This is a good segue into the Raiders and Chargers game last night. And, like, what the Chargers did to the Raiders was pretty much the same. They were both making plays on defense, like, in the first half. But it's just like Herbert and them boys were just cooking more so the first half than the Raiders were. And it's not to say that the Raiders, like, couldn't really move the ball or make plays.
I'm still high on the Raiders after last night, too. It's just,
me too. It's just like, it's just one of those. It's just one of those things you lose sometimes.
How about the AFC West? The Chiefs are in 4th place.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that coming?
And it's just like, I don't know. When it comes to the Chiefs, they have a bad
defense.
Okay, here's the thing.
Really bad.
You cannot let the Philadelphia Eagles score that much on you. Well, I mean, if you're garbage on defense. If you're garbage on defense,
it's just
like,
a bad look because, like, you're supposed to be the Chiefs and you're supposed to be this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't think the Chiefs, I think it's been like, they've allowed at least more than 3 of their, like, last opponents have scored, like, 30 points. Like, yeah, man. It's just like, it's just not a really.
Win Super Bowls doing that.
It's not a very good game. Like, when anybody can, like.
They had Tyreek Hill going off. But, I mean, it's not going to happen every week.
It's not going to happen every week. On top of the fact that it's like, okay, you might can sit there and score all these points, but it's like, okay, you can grab the lead on everybody. You can go down, but it's like, will you keep it?
Yeah.
And it's like, you should never feel comfortable with a lead because your defense is that bad. And all it takes is one mistake.
I know the Chiefs don't really have. I know the Chiefs don't have bad games, but
one fumble, like Clyde said, like Clyde did.
They fuck around and have a bad game on offense. It's wraps. I know they probably won't because of all the weapons. Mahomes is that good.
Yeah.
You know who they got next week? Buffalo.
Ooh, it's a Sunday night football game. Yes, I did know that.
Buffalo.
I think Buffalo was going to Kansas City and whoop some ass.
Yeah, I mean
Buffalo. That's not a shot at Kansas City either. Buffalo, since they lost week 1 and we kind of dogged them, they've been on a tear.
Josh Allen.
They've been on a tear.
Slinging.
They beat the Dolphins 35-0.
Yeah.
They beat the Texans
40-0.
40-0. And
I'm
they
talking
beat
about 40.
and they beat the Washington football team like 40-19 or something like crazy like that.
They look. When it comes to the Buffalo Bills, like they going back to the playoffs to pick up what they left last year, man. And they not coming to play with nobody, man. Like
they're my number 2 team after the Cardinals.
Ooh,
yeah,
makes sense. Because I mean, like they're good on both sides of the ball.
Good on both sides.
Man, how are you gonna throw deep when it's like Poyer out there?
They got Emmanuel Sanders on offense too.
Norman out there. Emmanuel Sanders has been doing his thing a little bit. Like the first couple of games, he was like okay, and then like the second game, he was like okay, but it was one game where he went off, like 6 targets, 5 catches,
And he out there with Stephon Diggs too. Like that offense is.
They gonna put all that attention on Stephon Diggs. I don't know. Expect a big week for Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah. So if you're in fantasy, I would say put that man. I would say start him.
Only thing is it's in Kansas City, so I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it off at home. But I would pick the Bills, not the Bulls, the Bills to win again.
Yeah. People really don't take into account like the home crowd. Like that's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in Kansas City.
It's a big one. You know what I'm saying? A big difference. Bucs and Pats.
Man,
Buccaneers are lucky.
Bucs got lucky. But one thing I will say, going back to talking about how the rookie quarterbacks, Mac Jones really looked good. Like
I see Bill Belichick's genius now. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? You look at Mac Jones and it's like, okay, Mac Jones wasn't quite the best like quarterback like in the country last year. I would have probably given Justin Fields the edge over him. But the one thing that he can do is learn the system.
Yeah.
And he's like a system QB.
Yeah.
So it's like when it comes to what Mac Jones did, Mac Jones like was just putting the ball.
Yeah.
Like if you talk about what he did in Alabama, he played point guard, man. He just gave it to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Didn't do crazy stuff. Got out of the pocket a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? Just to like, you know what I mean? Just to get out of trouble. But like he was delivering balls to the right people at the right time. You know what I'm saying? He didn't always take the home run, even though he was capable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't always take that, you know what I'm saying? He's a patient quarterback, and he's a smart one. And like, I really saw Bill Belichick's genius.
That's why Saban liked him. That's why Bill Belichick likes him, because he's smart. It's like he was up there.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the Bucs are lucky, man. The Bucs are lucky.
Yeah, the Bucs got out of that one. But I don't agree with kicking a 56-yarder in the rain to win the game. I don't agree with it. I think they should have went for it on 4th and 3, but that's a conversation for a different day.
I don't know.
I mean, they won.
Yeah. I mean, the Buccaneers won. So
they were doing anything.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. Brady saved his face this time. How about that hug after the game?
Looked fake.
It kind of looked fake. But they did say that after, like...
They met in the locker room.
Yeah, they met in the locker room. That's kind of got to do with Belichick. You know, he's never been the type to just publicly, like, say some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It looked also like Belichick didn't really want to hug him.
It was like a half hug.
It was a half hug, and I was just like, kind of like, I don't know. It just kind of was cringy for me, and I was just like, man, embrace that guy.
As many rings as he won.
Wanted that game.
Yeah, of course.
The defense was playing, like,
the way the defense was playing, the way, just the way, like, I don't know, the way that the whole situation happened, and Robert Kraft coming out and calling Bill Belichick an asshole, stuff like that.
I mean, the story's crazy.
The story is crazy, and it's just like, you know, it's whatever, but I don't know if there's quite as much love lost on Bill and I think Brady's more open to kind of rekindling stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I think
you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't know. Brady did not have it easy in that game at all, man. At all.
Yeah, they was coming for Brady.
Yeah, man. But, you know, it is what it is. Bucs survive, and they remain number 1 in the NFC South. You know what I'm saying?
For now.
Yeah.
I was kidding. They're probably going to win.
This will be the first time that we lose it in, 4 years?
Yeah.
Well, anyways. So, Pittsburgh and Green Bay. I hate to do it, but we have to talk about Big
Big
Ben.
Ben is not good anymore.
Oh my god.
We've said it for like 4 weeks in a row now.
4 weeks in a row, it's almost like becoming like
They have to.
Our
bench
thing.
Ben.
I don't really.
They have to. Like
You think they're gonna bench him?
No.
I mean, neither.
That's what
Mike Tomlin won't do it.
Mike Tomlin won't do it. He went to 2 Super Bowls with Ben, and I think he believes in.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
their relationship's there. It's the same reason why, like,
Don't say. What you about to say?
I mean, if it had to come to it last year, like with Breeze being as hurt as he was in the playoffs, there was no chance that he was getting benched. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Like Ben's the guy in Pittsburgh, and he has been since '04. So like,
yes, yeah. He's just not.
It's hard to bench him, but you gotta do what's best for the team.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You got these receivers out here pissed because you see the frustration.
You see it, bro.
It's just like
you see.
You got
it.
Claypool getting open. You got Deontay Johnson. They all get open. Juju's getting open.
And Claypool didn't play this last week, but it was just like last week, it was like a few plays where I seen Claypool was just kind of like, man, like shoulders down.
Body
just
language
like,
shows.
Yeah, body language showed. I was looking at Juju on the bench, and he was just like, he smashed one tablet, and then like
I seen him smash the tablet.
I seen him smash the tablet, and I was just like watching, and I was just like, bro, like this is almost sad. Like I wanted the Steelers to lose a lot this year, but it's like they're not even given a fair chance.
No.
Poor Najee Harris got to carry the weight,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like he a rook, and then it's like, man, he did the same thing that I got on him last week for, like just like. Okay, here it is, last play of the game, you know what I'm saying, 4th down and whatever, and it's just like, they cover whatever's over the middle, because like, it was like a quick, you know what I'm saying, quick slant, I think, or a quick out, and they were on it, and like, he saw that and just immediately just threw it behind the line of scrimmage to Najee Harris on a swing route, and they come and they clean Najee Harris's ass up, and it's just like, to me, it's just like, man, you setting it up for failure. Now, tell you the truth, Matt Canada, which, I know a lot about.
We know a lot about Matt.
Being an LSU fan, you know what I'm saying, he is not the best offensive coordinator.
He's not. I don't know why he has a job in the NFL, but that's another question for another day.
As an NFL offensive coordinator.
But yeah, I think at least try it out. Try it out. Put Mason Rudolph in the game. Or put Dwayne Haskins in the game.
I say Dwayne.
Probably Dwayne Haskins. But just see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
And then, well, tell you the truth, Pittsburgh wasn't bad with Mason Rudolph, but
they weren't bad. They just weren't winning.
I don't know. I say bench Ben, blame it on the pec injury, and just chop it up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think he has too much pride. He won't sit.
You think so? You think he's just like, nah.
He thinks he's that guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
stop playing. He's that guy. I don't know, but hey man, that's probably it for today. It's probably it for the NFL. Is there any more that you got to say about?
No.
Saints, LSU, get your shit together.
Get your shit together, bro.
Yeah, because at this point, I'm gonna start watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start watching. I don't know. I might start just playing video games on Saturdays and Sundays. Nah, I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, they got plenty of other games on.
NBA season started.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah?
let's give some predictions. Who do you come out the East?
Do I have to say it?
Well, let's save that for.
The Miami Heat are coming.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that. Why did you ask him that?
Are you kidding me? 7 games between the Nets. I don't care, bro. KD, AD, Kyrie, nothing. Heat 7, man. I don't care what y'all gotta say.
What you think?
I mean, you already know how I feel.
That's
We don't really gotta say
That's
anything.
info.
Yeah, you gotta say nothing.
Man, you think you're getting 4 on Jimmy and Oladipo? You got another thing.
I think the Lakers will definitely be on the other side, but
I got the Denver Nuggets coming out the West.
Really?
all right, now you're tripping.
I got the Clippers coming out the West.
I don't think so.
If
I don't think
Kawhi,
Kawhi's gonna be.
if Kawhi, what?
He tore his ACL, didn't he?
No, he's good now. I saw him practicing.
I think it was his MS. I think it was his MCU.
When did this happen? Like last
In
season?
the playoffs.
Oh well, yeah, he's good now.
You seen him practice?
Yeah, he. You know how he never wears like any of those leggings and stuff. He was wearing leggings and like arm sleeves in practice. He got some VC.
Kawhi with the swag.
Oh my God. I don't know. To me, I feel like if Kawhi is good and he's back by Christmas, then it's like.
I just.
To me, it's just like, boy. But even if like even if Kawhi, if they were good enough to just like, you saw what they did in the playoffs like last year. Yeah. Man, like Reggie Jackson was going on. They took care of the Jazz without Kawhi.
It was a good series.
Terrence Mann was going off.
Terrence Mann went off. Well, weren't they down like almost like 40? They were down by like 40 points.
Yeah. It was bad, but the Clippers.
It was one game in the playoffs where they were down by like 40 points in the first half.
Well, the Clippers do that. They win like games they're not supposed to win, then they lose games they're supposed to
I just think they're cursed, honestly.
They are. For
They're
sure.
definitely
They
cursed.
might be cursed, but it's like Kawhi gonna break it because I believe in him.
I believe in Kawhi.
And Kawhi gonna get them to the finals, but I don't know if they gonna win, especially if Miami's seeing them.
Yeah.
Seeing them, they not winning. But yeah, man, I think they're coming out the East. I mean, I think they're coming out the West. If Kawhi can make it, if not,
Lakers.
I got LeBron.
I gotta say Bron.
It's either LeBron.
When I said the Nuggets, I just totally forgot that LeBron.
That's what I was saying. But no.
With Carmelo.
Look, I love
it's like,
but it's like.
And Russ. I mean, come on.
Russ and LeBron. Who's gonna stop that?
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's just gonna be insane. The only chance,
it's gonna be one of the quickest fast breaks in NBA history.
The only team that's gonna be able to beat that is the Brooklyn Nets because KD and Harden. I mean, it's gonna be like.
And that's all we got today.
and the Miami Heat.
I'll just play.
We'll see.
I think. Did y'all pick anybody up?
Kyle Lowry.
Okay, yeah.
PJ Tucker. Talk to him.
You got PJ Tucker?
We got PJ Tucker, Kyle Lowry. We got Victor Oladipo back.
Okay.
If Victor Oladipo's
hero had 14 straight points.
Last night.
I know it's preseason.
No, I was gonna say.
He finished the game with like 24.
Y'all have any sleeper teams that maybe not a lot of people are talking about that you think could really make a push for?
76ers. They got Andre Drummond.
Drummond was going crazy.
I think Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton are gonna like break out this year, and like it's gonna be a little bit better for Giannis than people. It's gonna be a little bit better for Embiid than people are thinking. I think Milwaukee takes a step back this year.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're gonna go back to back.
Only because I think they really like won because of circumstance. Everybody was hurt. The Heat. I mean, y'all already know what happened like to the Heat.
We're just not gonna talk about it.
The Heat, they got swept, and it was because. I mean, it's the same reason why the Lakers lost first round. We were the last two teams playing last year. We were tired.
Yeah, that's true.
We only had 2 months to break, and we came back playing, full speed NBA, games. Yeah. So it's like you got that. On top of the fact that it's like you go through a hurt Nets team. You go through a hurt, who is it? Was it Hawks team?
Yeah.
Trae Young.
I mean, the Hawks shouldn't have been in that far in the playoffs anyway, but
I think they're good. The Knicks. What about the Knicks? They did good last season, but you know what happened to them.
The Knicks are my sleeper team.
The Knicks.
That's what I was gonna say.
They won one game, one home game,
and they were celebrating like they won the whole thing.
Because they're the Knicks.
That's what I'm saying, though.
They've been the laughing stock of the league.
Who do you think is going to be your sleeper team?
I was going to say the Knicks because, I mean, they got Derrick Rose.
They got D-Rose back. They got Kemba Walker. Evan Fournier.
Kemba is going to be glad to play it back at MSG, man.
Fournier. I hope so.
Evan Fournier, yeah.
We'll see. I don't think they'll make it to the playoffs this season.
Not the playoffs?
Maybe
they're going to.
Maybe the Celtics.
Celtics, you already know the Celtics are gonna make. You already know the Celtics are gonna make the playoffs, but
if Jason Tatum were to like break out, and like
it would be this year for sure.
No, I mean he's already like out. Like he's already broke out. Like to me, if you ask me, but like if he like really takes it up a notch to where he's like emerging as one of the best threes in the league, and. What it really takes is
Jaylen Brown.
It takes Jaylen Brown to assert himself as one of the best shooting guards in the league, and if that happens with Dennis Schroeder, I really do believe that they can be good. I do think Schroeder's a good fit for the Celtics. You think so? Yeah. I think, me too, because he plays good on both sides. And it's like he plays smart on both sides.
He kind of plays like Patrick Beverley, I think.
I did think Schroeder should have came off the bench for the Lakers, but for the Celtics, that's a good starting point guard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Schroeder was definitely asking for a little too much, but I think he just should have been fine with what he was getting at the Lakers.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
But
you get $84 million to come off the bench if that's what you're supposed to do.
I think they wanted him to start, but
they wanted him to start. But I'm saying
Russ,
if I was the coach, I'd have him.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think Russ is a good fit. It's just like, it's
There's
a
no
super
way,
team.
There's
You
just
know?
no way I can just deal with Russ not bringing the ball up the court.
That's what I'm
he will this
saying.
year.
But they weren't even thinking about
LeBron's
him.
gonna have.
You know?
I mean, I don't know. That's where him and LeBron
Who knows?
kind of headbutt a little bit. It's like, okay, no.
Well, that's what happened with him and KD all the time.
Ron,
Yes.
huh?
That's what happened with him and KD all the time. They always butted
do
heads.
too much, and KD was like,
But he's a triple double god. You know how he
I mean,
plays.
yeah.
So is Bron?
No, Westbrook has the most.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Westbrook averaged a triple double, but like, I mean, which only like one other person ever did. But it's like, don't get me wrong.
He has the most of every player ever.
I understand, but it's Bron, bro. I mean,
Never heard of him.
yeah,
Nah, but look,
It's like,
I think Westbrook is definitely gonna do his thing. But then you got to think you got Carmelo.
I think the triple doubles are gonna die down.
Huh?
I don't think he's gonna be doing a triple.
No, LeBron's gonna say
It's gonna
tone
be-
that stuff
It's
down.
gonna
Because
be
he's
like-
the third option though. You gotta
It's-
remember that.
dude.
AD is back.
AD is back. So it's like Russ and then AD. It's going to be a 20, 20, 15, and 10. 20 by Bron, 20-something by AD,
Yeah.
15 by Russ,
About
and then like 10 by Melo. And it's like, you won't be able to do nothing with that.
That's what
Because it's
I'm
like,
saying.
those guys are going to be able to score, period. You know what I'm saying?
Then they got Dwight Howard too.
It's whatever, man. It's whatever, bro. I mean, it's just like, Dwight Howard, Dwight Schmauer, man.
He's still gonna do his thing.
He's going to board up. He's going to board up.
That's what they got him for.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah, that's what they. And then it's like they got, bro. They gotta go back and win because it's like, bro, if Rondo can still play for real, which is like how he plays, I don't think he'll ever be able to stop playing.
All he does is just behind the back pass. But he can shoot now a lot. I've seen that. I've
He's
seen
gotten
his.
better.
but
That's just what that old is.
It's just, you know,
They always do that, bro.
they just like practice more.
Yeah.
If Rondo would have practiced more on the Celtics shooting, I mean, if Paul Pierce or Kevin Garnett would have taught him how to shoot, he would have been. Telling you, he would have been Kyrie.
Man, Kyrie got to be Kyrie.
That's what I'm saying. I wish that he didn't get injured last season because that shit it looked bad. Like you saw how he came down on his ankle.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when the Lakers in that, bro? It's never gonna happen, bro. It's never gonna. Just like the Lakers and the Clippers won't ever happen. It's never gonna happen.
It's
Lakers
gotta
and
happen.
It's gotta happen.
It's got to happen.
It's gonna happen one of these years if they keep playing. But I think
sleeper team, Golden State Warriors, bro. Clay is back there.
yeah, but I think they're still gonna be in the playoffs. I'm not sleeping on them. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the top 3 seed.
Yeah.
I don't
maybe
think they're-
top
I think
four,
they're a
but-
sleeper team because y'all didn't mention them. You talked
Well-
about the Nuggets, you talked about the Jazz, you talked about
Yeah, I
everybody
guess.
else, Clippers and Lakers.
Yeah. I guess they're a sleeper team.
guess.
I still think I didn't mention them because I already know they're coming back.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't say anything. It's because it's like them and the Bucs.
We're gonna be
Golden
watching
State
them.
Warriors-
We're gonna be
Golden State
watching them.
Warriors are a sleeper team that nobody's really talking about.
We're gonna be watching them, and Ty's
That's okay, but once people like,
We all know the Warriors are going to be.
once people talk about
whatever.
Once people talk about Clay splashing, like Clay's probably
They're not a sleeper team. They're the Warriors.
Clay hadn't played in 2 years. I think that shot won't go away, but you know all the other stuff he does.
I think
That's
he's
the thing.
Clay.
People really forget how good Clay was.
He's
Clay
Clay.
does a lot of stuff.
Clay was a good finisher too. His shot was so good. It's almost like, okay, I'm not comparing him to Jordan, but you know how like in Jordan's early, no. You know how like in Jordan's like later career, like so like the last end of the 3P, once his shot started falling, like
Yeah.
for real. Like once he got his shot down, it was like the mud would just, and like mud was just. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like once that was, it was just like I got you. And it's like I can do whatever. I can either just like shoot over you now that you're coming down, or I can just beat you to the cup. And it's like Clay. Okay, that's what Clay used to do because like you know everybody knew he could splash. He could splash on you. He could splash away from you. It don't matter. Splash. Bro.
I think he was a better shooter than Curry.
That is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard.
It's true.
Clay is a better shooter. No, bro.
I think
We have only seen one person shoot. Yeah, I know. They both say that. I mean, well, I remember him
Just
saying
pure
that.
shooter. Like I mean, it's Clay. Like you know. What I'm
No,
saying?
dude.
It's Clay.
I've never seen anybody shoot the ball like Stephen Curry.
Steph has better range.
Ever.
Steph has better range. But
You don't lose the game because of Klay Thompson. Ever. Clay dropped 63 one time in the playoffs, actually.
Clay.
That's what I'm saying. That's
But,
why.
like, I don't think, like, it's like, all right, Klay Thompson, like, nah, bro, you're worried about Curry.
I mean, Curry's
You know
a
what I'm
star
saying?
player.
If Curry was not Curry, then Klay Thompson probably wouldn't be as open as he is, like, most of the time.
He be drilling
True.
bitches when he's not open.
He be drilling when he's not open, but it's just like, bro. So do Curry.
Man, Clay's the best shooter.
That
Three-point
is-
contest.
All right, we'll see y'all guys next week.
We'll have this conversation.